going live. Must redo again. Going on. Okay. All right. Can see the words. Can see in your thing. Sound is okay? Can you hear? Like 3 people are there. Who is this? Oh no. Okay, we're going on live. Sankarasya vimanakriyam nabhasho vataraduvaha vibrajaya kashodesho ratapate nivoditam saha he dādarsha saw vimanam an airplane akriyam very beautiful nabhasaha from the sky avatara ascending Durvaha Maharaj Vibhajayat illuminating dāsa and disha direction Rakhapatim the full moon eva night to become visible. Translation: as soon as the symptom of his liberation were manifest, he saw a very beautiful airplane coming down from the sky as if the brilliant full moon were coming down, illuminating all the 10 directions. Let's respond: as soon as the symptoms of his liberation were manifest, he saw a very beautiful airplane coming down from the sky as if the brilliant full moon were coming down, illuminating all the 10 directions. Purport by Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. There are different levels: the quiet knowledge, direct knowledge, knowledge received from authorities, transcendental knowledge, knowledge beyond the senses, and finally the spiritual knowledge. Can you hear the Prabhupada? Can see the word of. When one surpasses the stage of acquiring knowledge by the descending process, he is immediately situated on the transcendental platform. Guru Maharaj, being liberated from the material concept of life, was situated in the transcendental knowledge and could perceive the presence of the transcendental airplane, which was the brilliance of the full moon light. This is not possible in the stages of direct or indirect perception of knowledge. Such knowledge is the special favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One can, however, rise to this platform of knowledge by the gradual process of advancing in devotional service of Krishna consciousness. Let's do the verse again. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnanam Janachilakaya Chakshurhan Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Satvitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Upakaraman Vidanti Swapadanam Valayam Shri Guru Shri Yutabada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sajajatam Sarvanam Sunatamitam Samsari Satvitam Sarvaputam Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Sudita Jai Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopikakanta Radha Kanta Namostite Tapta Kanchana Guranti Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shavanu Sita Devi Pranamami Hare Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhudevaccha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaram Vishnu Padayam Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasayane Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How do you search for the class, Prabhupada is giving? Can you search for that? This class, 1966, 77. 7, 9, 10, July 9, 1968, Montreal. How to put this in the screen? Yes, please.
1968.
Oh, we'll go there. Montreal.
July 9.
July 9. So here in this class, Prabhupada is speaking on this point that today's purport
You can do one thing. What is the word you're looking for? Hmm?
We're going to July 6th, July 6th, that's why I couldn't find July 6th. Go to July 6th. Not July 9, July 6th. July 6th.
And what is the word?
Pratyaksha.
Okay.
Apyaksha.
July here. Take this and
Alright, so we got here, you can see here this different stages of understanding. Today's Prabhupada is explaining this point. Different levels of acquired knowledge. Direct knowledge is called pratyaksha. You understand this? Pratyaksha, direct perception. This word pratyaksha is also found in the Bhagavad Gita. Where is it? Can I go? Content? No. content, antique, and then ocean. Mm-hmm. You see the word here, pratyaksha, is that? In the 9th chapter, the same word is there. So pratyaksha means, translation, by direct experience. You understand? So knowledge, first one is direct. Direct. Can see, talk, like that. Pratyaksha. I follow you. So direct perception or direct experience is called pratyaksha. That's one way of getting knowledge. But this is not very, so many things you cannot see, no? Yes? You cannot understand, yes? So now we go back to that one. We can go to the back here. Alright. So now we take this, go to the contents. We are not going there. Okay. See the next word is paroksha. Paroksha means knowledge received from authorities. Knowledge received from like the Shastra. Shastra is authority, correct? From the Guru. Shruti, Smriti, Puranadi. Understand? These are all authorities. Where is that word? Shruti, Smriti, Puranadi. No, it's another authority. It's another word. If you receive, I think in the 11th canto, 11, there are so 4 ways of receiving knowledge. Sloka book is there. Prabhu, can you bring the sloka? In 11, Pratyaksha, Anuman, Itihasa, history. What canto is that? 11 what? 11. Yeah. 11, 19, 17. So in 11, can I go to that? I have to unclick it. I have to go to content and unclick. Eleven, 19, 17. So here in this verse, you see, their knowledge is received this way. Shruti pratyaksham aitiyam anumanam chaturstayam. This 4 times. Chaturstayam is 4. Parameshwar anavasthanat vikalpat sa virajete. So knowledge is received in this way. Remember the translation so you understand. Shruti means Vedic knowledge, Shastra, you hearing, Pratyaksham, as we explained, direct experience. ITM means traditional wisdom. It's actually means history. Yeah? And Anumanam, logical induction. So these are four ways in which you receive knowledge. Are you following? They are from the four types of evidence. Vedic knowledge, direct experience, traditional wisdom, this is the history, logical induction. Logic, like now some sound is coming from the room, then there must be somebody there. You understand? Logic. You follow? Now at 6 o'clock, that means the sun must be out already. Understand? Like that. Knowledge. So one can understand the temporary, insubstantial situation of the material world and thus become detached from the reality of this world. So this is the one way of receiving paroksha, knowledge from the higher authorities. Understand? There are four ways in which you get that knowledge. Then another one is called aproksha. Just now we saw the word, no? Aproksha. Aproksha is actually spiritual realization or transcendental knowledge. You know? And we will go to that. Where will we? Have to go back again sometimes. I have to click again. And then what? Now open it. No, I'm going to content. No, I can't. Srimad Bhagavatam. Not opening. No, not okay. Is it down? Is it? Is it coming to me? Maybe here. Okay, got it. So here, see the next verse here is paroksha and the next one aparaksha. That means transcendental knowledge of realization. So you may get knowledge, but you don't have realization. That's not substantial, right? You follow? Like a simple example, you know, you tell the child, don't put the hand on the fan, you know, dangerous. You know, no, he wants to do. He puts the hand one time, think. Then you ask him to put again. Will he put? He will never put again. Yes. Why? Because he has Realization. Oh, but Buddha is the problem. You understand? It's higher. That is knowledge, realization. You understand? That's higher still. I know if I put there, I will get hurt. No, enough. When you experience, I don't do. You understand? Just like pain. Something is painful, we will not do. That means realization. Yes? Then higher than that is adukchaja. What is adukchaja? Adukchaja means knowledge beyond the senses. Now you see what we are perceiving, correct? A to Z I can perceive anything in knowledge, right? This is called Vedanta, knowledge. Anything must be inside this Veda. Veda means knowledge. So all knowledge must be there, correct? Something beyond that is considered as knowledge beyond the senses. Something you cannot perceive. And still higher than that is called apakruta. Apakruta means, translated here as spiritual knowledge. Something it is inconceivable. You know what I mean? You cannot understand it beyond your perception. Understand? Like the spiritual world. It is beyond. When Sanatana Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was preaching to him, he was saying that the 3/4 is the spiritual manifestation, 1/4 is the material manifestation. We don't want to talk about the spiritual manifestation because we cannot understand it. You follow? So let's speak about the material manifestation. So you can imagine how the spiritual world, you cannot understand it. It's impossible to contain in our. It can only be revealed. It can only be what? Just like Arjuna. You want to see the spiritual potency of the Lord, correct? Krishna says you cannot understand with your senses. You follow? Let me go to that. What is that? 11? In the Sanskrit, Natu mam sapsyashi drustum aneva swa chakshusa divyam tatami te chakshusu pashyame yoga aishwaryam. See again this word. Pashyame yoga aishwaryam. This is Krishna's what? Mystic opulence, mystic power. You cannot figure it out. How this works, you cannot understand. The translation. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore I give you divine eye. Behold my mystic opulence. You understand? This is beyond your, if something you cannot see and cannot hear me, but beyond your perception. You understand? It is inconceivable is the word. What is that? Achintya guna swarupam. You cannot understand this thing. Pashyame yoga aisa. Just see my mystic. Behold my mystic opulence. So something which is mystical, you have to be only one. Unless he shows. Correct? So that is apakrata, unmanifest by your, you cannot perceive it with the material perception. So why Prabhupada has put all these words inside here and this airplane is coming and why, how does it link everything together? How Prabhupada is giving a Prabhupada? The plane is coming and Prabhupada is speaking about all this. Why? Because what Purva Maharaj is seeing is inconceivable. You cannot perceive it. And he's trying to explain that the plane is coming, it is like the moon is coming down, so brilliant, and the plane is said to be big, like a big house. You understand? It is just like when Krishna was trying to explain about the soul. Just here he is explaining about himself, we cannot conceive. When he also speaks about the soul, it says it's also inconceivable. There's a verse, correct? What is that verse? Some see it amazing, some, but even after that they cannot even understand. Chapter 2? No, chapter 2 also, there's one verse. Bhagavad Gita. Even after studying, they cannot even understand. They're inconceivable because spiritual potency, it cannot be conceived. 229. Here, you see this? Ashcharyadvat pashyati kaschit enam Ashcharyavat vadati tataiva chanye Ashcharyavat chayanam anya shrunoti shrutva apiyenam vedana chaiva kaschit. Translation. Some look on the soul as amazing, some describe him as amazing, some hear of him as amazing, while others even after hearing about him cannot understand him at all. You follow? Because something spiritual cannot be conceived by your blunt material senses. What is that word? Ataha Krishna Nama Adi. What is that? 10? 10, 14? No? 10? Ataha Krishna Nama Adi. One, 2, 34. Akira 17, 136. 17, 136. So here in this verse, the same thing. You can see it is explained here. Ataha Sri Krishna Nama Adi Na Bhagat Grahayam Endrayai Sevamuke Jitwada Swayam Eva Sprutyada. I think this verse we have understood. Therefore, material senses cannot appreciate Krishna's holy name, form, qualities, and pastime. When a conditioned soul is awakened to Krishna consciousness and renders service by using his tongue to chant the Lord's holy name and taste the remnants of the Lord's food, the tongue is purified and one gradually comes to understand who Krishna really is. So in other words, the connection to come to that spiritual plane begins with the tongue. It begins with the tongue. I follow. Actually, even in the material sense, even the knowledge starts with Annamaya first. There's Annamaya, Pranamaya, Annamaya, Pranamaya, then what? Vijnanamaya, Jnanamaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya. A different jnana, Even the child, you see the first thing what he does, put everything where? In the head. Where he put? In the mouth. Everything you want to put in the mouth. This is called Annamaya. Then, what is the next one? Pranamaya. Oh, he understands his living. Then he wants to give something to his brother, sister. Sharing. Oh, they was pranamaya. Living. Then jnana, we understand, oh, this is that, this is knowledge, of course, that material. And then vijnana, realization, and finally he gets spiritual knowledge, anandamaya. So different stages. Are you following? So here, the tongue, why this is important, I have already explained in that verse. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Sa Esho Jivo Vivara Prasuti Pranena Gosena Gujam Pravista Manomayam Sukshma Upetya Rupam Matra Swaro Varnaiti Swastita. Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Uddhava, the Supreme Lord gives life to every living being and is situated within the heart along with the life air and primal sound vibration. The Lord can be perceived in his subtle form within the heart by one's mind. Since the Lord controls the minds of everyone, even great demigods like Lord Shiva, the Supreme Lord also assumes a gross form as the various sound of the Vedas composed of short and long vowels and consonants of different intonation. Now see how the tongue, can start by chanting Hare Krishna, then the mind can be channeled to the higher dimension of perceiving the Lord in his subtle form. I think there was another verse also on this point. I don't know, I think it is in 7:15 or 4:22. 7:15 or 4:22. It's explained about this point. You can look into it. You see how the mind, this is how we can understand, different aspects of knowledge. Type Omkara, Om, you type Om, and then you search in, and then it's 4 something, 7, somewhere will come. So anyway, the point is this, that we have to understand, get knowledge, this inconceivable knowledge can be obtained by a process, just like we heard yesterday. Our Guru Maharaj, he progressed. He went from stage to stage. You follow the point? So that is understood by beginning process is to adopt Shraddha. Right? And then Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, one thing. So this system is very scientific. So to bring about a purification of our mind, we cannot do it artificially. That's why many people are challenging, I want to see God. You cannot see. It's not possible. Because material what senses cannot enter into the spiritual dimension. It is not possible. You understand? It has to be revealed. It has to be what? Revealed. See, that's why it is called apakrita. Apakrita means You cannot. There is no way you can try with all your scientific equipment and instrument and whatnot. You cannot. Just like the soul is sitting in the heart. Everybody know. You know. I know. Everybody know. You know, right? But why you cannot see the soul? Can you see the soul? Why you cannot see the soul? Why? Because spiritual things cannot be perceived with dull material senses. That's not possible. You understand? It has to be what? So when the Dhruva Maharaj became perfect in his what? Practice. He became perfect. How he became perfect? What is the symptom of becoming perfect? What was the symptom of him becoming perfect? We read yesterday, this is his symptom. First symptom was, because of his transcendental bliss, incessant tears flowed from his eyes. The first thing, wasn't it? When will my eyes be decorated with tears of love, flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke, and when will my hair stand on the? This is called, what is it? Vikara. Sat Vikara. Sat? Asta Sat Vikara. A form of transformation. Understand? The what? Flowing tears. You see? Tears flowed from his eyes. His heart melted. His heart what? Melted. That means when you chant, your heart must melt. And this is explained in the Nectar of Devotion, correct? What three hearts, you know? The soft heart, the three hearts, you know? Guru Goswami speak about it in the Nectar of Devotion. Soft heart. Yeah, yesterday we were talking about the heart. Is that? You see the heart. We'll come back to this. This is the verse we did yesterday. Certainly the heart is steel framed, which in spite of one chanting the holy name of the Lord with concentration does not change, even when the signs of transformation take place, such as tears in the eyes and ecstatic standing of the hands and hands. In other words, sometimes you may cry also, no? Sometimes your hand may stand also. But, if your heart does not, soften up, that means your heart is said to be what? Steel frame. A steel frame heart means what? Hare Krishna. Stand up. Stand. At least you will hear something. You can fall down with that, no problem. Understand? Steel frame means what? In spite of chanting the holy name of the Lord with concentration, does not change even when signs of transformation take place. That means his heart is what? Heart habit. Very well. That means there's offenses. That means what? There's some offenses. In other words, even you have tears, or even your hair standing, but your heart is not softening up, that means it's not symptom. You understand this point? The heart must what? That is the worship. That's why it says, tears flowed his eyes, his heart melted. His heart what? How does the heart melt? Melt, finish, become. What is the melt? It must become what? Emotion, full of emotion. Not this kind of materialism. It must be soft and calm to Krishna, anchoring. And there was shivering and standing of the hands all over his body. Thus transformed in a trance of devotional service, Guru Maharaj completely forgot his bodily existence and thus he merely became liberated from material bondage. That means he became free from his bodily concept. At this stage, the aeroplane came. Before this stage, there was no aeroplane, right? Nothing came. The moment he became liberated from the bodily concept, the plane was sent. The plane was sent. See, there was no need for him to call the plane or, Krishna, what, when, no. Symptom is what? Automatic. Spiritual symptom is what? Automatic. You don't have to take votes. You don't have to go and get somebody to vote for you. No. They are what? Automatically manifest. As soon as he became liberated, the plane came to take him home back to life. The same thing happened when, what is his name? Ajam enchanted. When Gajendra was also called. So the moment they become liberated, then the Lord manifests himself. Like in Ajamail case, the four Vishnudutas came, and then they left, and then again, later on they brought the plane for him, correct? Yes? And then in, what's his name? Gajendra case, the Lord personally came, picked him up, cut the head of the Kolkata, took him on the same birth, Garuda took together and went. You follow? So that is the symptom that the moment you become liberated from the material concept of life, then you are in the spiritual atmosphere. In the spiritual atmosphere, that's why Arjuna asked this question, how does this person who spiritually behave? What is his language? How does he talk? How does he eat? How you know that? 2:1, 44 is it? 2:1, he asked this question. Bhagavad Gita, 2 times he asked. 2. He asked this question. 2. 54. So you see how does this pure devotee, how does he, Arjuna Vacha, Sthita pragyasya na bhasha, samadhistasya kesava, Sthita di kim bhashate, kim ashita vrajeta kim. You see the question. Arjuna said, "Oh Krishna, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness thus merged in that transcendence?" You see this point? The same thing we are talking about. How does he speak? What is his language? How does he sit? How does he walk? Sounds like strange. What is this Arjuna asking this kind of question? Well, very strange, right? You see, like now he's standing. Standing, no, sitting, right? Correct? Yes? Yes, but why you ask this question? Because people who are in the transcendental level, they act different. Unless they are acting different, then where's the question asking? Are you following? You understand? This, Krishna, of course, he says, "Oh, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Gopal, when a man gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification that arise from mental compulsion, and when his mind is purified, finds satisfaction in self alone, then he is said to be pure transcendental consciousness." Krishna summed it up one line. He said that you must give up sense gratification. You follow? Of course, he goes to explain on. He says further, but again, Arjuna is asking, see again Krishna says, One who is not disturbed in mind, even the midst of threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, or who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a state of steady mind. Again, Krishna giving some more. But this same question was asked again by Arjuna in the 14th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. And it's 14th, 13th chapter. 14:21. Again, Arjuna asked 2 times. Again. He asked again the same thing. Arjuna what? Kai lingesh. See the word lingesh? Yesterday the word was mukta linga. Yesterday the word was mukta linga. Here, kai lingesh trin gunan etan atito bhavati prabhu. Kimacharaha katam chaitam trin guna ati vartate. Asking the same question. Okay? Arjuna, oh my dear Lord, by which symptom is one known who is transcendental to the 3 modes? What is his behavior? How does he transcend the modes of nature? Isn't the point? That means you want to know about the transcendental person. The symptom that is exhibited by Durga Maharaj today. Are you following? Of course, Krishna will then say, this is, again, Krishna said the same thing, The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment and delusion, when they are present, or long for them when they disappear, who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of material qualities, remaining neutral and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active, who is situated in self and regard alike happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, a piece of gold with an equal height, who is equal to desirable and undesirable, who is steady, situated equally well in praise, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friend and enemy, who has renounced all material activities. Such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. The quality is described. The quality is what? Described. The one who has transcended. One who is what? The same thing is also explained here in another place. You can see here in this verse. Being purified by the intelligence and controlling in mind with determination, giving up the object of sense gratification, from being free from attachment and nature, who lives in a secluded place, who eats little, who controls his body, mind, and whose power of speech, who is always in trance and who is detached, free from false ego, false strength, false pride, false lust, anger, and acceptance of material things, free from false proprietorship and peaceful. Such a person is certainly elevated to the position of self-realization. See, there are symptoms. It's not that simply is artificial. Who is realized, who is not realized, how does he walk, how does he talk, how does he behave, everything is there. Understand? So a pure devotee is not rubber stamping, voting him in. That doesn't work like that. Because the pure devotee is transcended the modes of material nature, then how he can fall down? Does it make any sense? Somebody has already gone above the mode. If you are in the modes only, you can fall down, correct? But if you are above the modes, then can you fall down? What is this philosophy that the guru can fall down? Can be accepted? Doesn't make any sense. You understand? For one who has gone above the modes, there is no question. He cannot be disturbed by Maya. There is no way. Maya cannot touch him. In fact, although he is in the material world, his behavior is like this. What is that verse? 11, 13, yesterday we showed. 36 is it? 35. 34, I think. 35. Six. Yeah. Just as a drunken man does not notice if he is wearing his coat, shirt, similarly one who is perfect in self-realization and who has thus achieved his eternal identity does not notice whether temporary body is sitting or standing. Indeed, if by God's will the body is finished or if by God's will he obtains a new body, a realized soul does not notice. Just as a drunken man does not notice the situation of his outward. In this case, Gopal Maharaj, when death approached him, he did not even notice. In fact, he stepped on death and climbed onto the plane. He didn't even notice his death is there. Now, if you have a condition, say you don't notice that, you'll be passing stool and you. Symptom of a person who is noting that is what? Fearful. You'll be passing urine and stool. But here, he didn't even don't know what's going on. He's simply oblivious because he is completely absorbed in trance. Symptom. Self-realized soul does not notice, just as the drunken man does not notice the situation of outward dress. Have you seen someone who is in drunken stupor? Have you seen it? Have you seen the drunken people? Whether he is clothed or no clothed, he doesn't know where. He is lost. Yes? See? Just to give you some comparison of how transcendentalists behave. Transcendental, different level. So these are all different aspects of spiritual advancement. What's the time? So, any questions on this point?
That one was for the universal form, right? But Arjuna was already seeing Krishna's form, which is even more transcendental than the universal form. So Maya was can interpret that for universal form he needed divine eyes. For his whatever he was seeing until then he did not need. It means that was a material form he could see. Only with universal form then it was required that Arjuna had needed divine eyes.
So the question is, the divine eyes was given for him to see the universal form, but Krishna's two-handed form, Arjuna was seeing all the time. So that was material form. Understand? First we have to understand, Krishna already said, fools deride me when I come in the human form, they think I'm an ordinary person. You follow? But to counter this point, Arjuna was then asking, I want to see your topmost form. Yes? After seeing the universal form, Arjuna said, I want to see your topmost form. And what form was that? First, Krishna showed his what? Four-handed form. Then, he transformed it into the two-handed form. Yes? And seeing this form so beautiful, Arjuna became satisfied. Right? In other words, although it is explained that Krishna was walking like an ordinary person, not everybody understood that he was God. You understand? To understand that Krishna is God, that requires what? Revelation. You understand? Krishna can be here and you can see him and you cannot understand. You think he's an ordinary person. That's why Prabhupada said, only few people understood Krishna was God. The devotees in Dwarka, the Pandavas, The Vrindavan, they didn't understand he was God. Yes. Not that Krishna is just, everybody saw him and he said, oh, this is God. What is that verse? Itiham Bhuta. 11 or 10. Itiham Bhuta. 10, 12, 11. So here in this verse you see, the answer to this question. Itiham satam Rama Sukhanubhutya Dashyam Gatanam Para Daivatena Maya Sritanam Nara Dharakena Shakam Vijaharu Kritapunja Punjaha. I think it is a long translation. In this translation, there is another translation. Krishna, who is the source of Brahman effulgence for the Jnanis, desiring to merge into that effulgence, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead for devotees who have accepted eternal servitorship, and for ordinary person is but another ordinary child. The coward boys having accumulated the result of tragedy for many lives were able to associate in this way with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How can one explain their great fortune? This verse is another explanation in the CC somewhere, the same verse. Adhyaya 732. Antya is what? TH.
Actually, just 7 just the next one.
Doesn't go. The arrow doesn't go. How the next control?
Function F4. Function F3. Function F3. Function F3.
Function F3. Go to this.
Then again search 7.32. Function F4. Function F4.
Antya 7. Neither those who are engaged in self-realization, appreciating the Brahman effulgence of the Lord, nor those engaged in devotional service while accepting the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the Master, nor those who under the clutches of Maya thinking the Lord as an ordinary person can understand the certain result of personality after accumulating volumes of pious activities and now playing with the Lord in friendship with the coward boy. So you cannot understand this. Understand? Brahman, Efajam, all these ordinary people, they cannot understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. That's why even, what's his name, Narada Muni was telling, in this verse you can see, 5, 11:549. See here, Narada is telling to Vyasadeva and Devaki, do not think of Krishna as an ordinary child, because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, inexhaustible and the soul of all beings. The Lord is concealed in inconceivable opulence and thus outwardly appearing to be an ordinary human being. Understand this? Huh? You follow? So do not think Krishna is, you know what I mean? It's another verse. You can see here in this verse. It's 11, 12, or maybe 11. Sanskrit. Gyantva agyantva ta ye vai mam yavan yaschasmin yatrashaha vajanti ananya bhavena te me bhakta tamam mataha. My devotees may or may not know exactly what I am, who I am, how I exist, but if they worship me with honor and love, then I consider them to be the best of the devotees. So there is not, you cannot understand Krishna, you understand? Are you following this point? So nobody knows who actually is Krishna. He has this right not to reveal himself to anybody. Huh? One more verse. All those hundreds of thousands of gopis understanding me to be their most charming lover and ardently desiring me in that way were unaware of my actual position. Yet by intimately associating me, the gopis attained me to supreme absolute. So Krishna is not, you cannot understand him. There's no way you can understand Krishna. So this is the point, that although he showed himself a two-handed form and showed the topmost, and the next moment he's with Arjuna still. Then Arjuna also said, in the Bhagavad Gita he said, I offended you in many ways. I called you Yadava, this, that, 11 what? What is that 11? So please forgive me. Please forgive me. I have disrespected you in many ways. I have dishonored you. You are the Supreme. You see how Krishna is there and he's not there, he shows, and you cannot figure him out. It's not possible. I think it's 11 something. Ye Yadava, ye something. Got it? 11? So Krishna's position has to be understood. Only a devotee can understand this. You're not a devotee, you cannot understand Oh, it's the same word, Sukapo. Sukapo? Nayam Sukapo? 10?
12, 9,
10, 9, 12. 9, no, 10, 9, 21. So here, see this verse. Nayam Sukapo Bhagavan Dehinam Gopika Sutaha Jnaninam Chatma Bhutanam Yata Bhakti Matam Yaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the son of Mother Yashoda, is accessible to devotees engaged in spontaneous loving service. But he is not as easily accessible to mental speculators, to those striving for self-realization by severe austerities and penances, or to those who consider the body the same as the self. Not possible. You understand? Huh? So do not think that Krishna consciousness, is some joke. What? Krishna consciousness is what? And Krishna is some joke. Yeah, 11, 41, 42. Yeah, you see. Saketi Matva Prishabam Yajuktam He Krishna He Yadava He Saketi Ajanataha Mahimananta Tavedam Maya Pramada Pranayena Vapi. Verse. Thinking you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you as O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend, not knowing your glories. Please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you in many times, jesting as we relax, lay on the same bed, or sat or ate together, sometimes alone, sometimes in front of my many friends. O infallible one, please excuse me for all those offenses. Understand this thing? So Krishna, you cannot figure him out. That's spoken. Understand? Even Arjuna got bewildered. What to speak? Yashoda, she saw, opened the mouth, she saw what? The universe, everything. And she saw herself inside. Seeing that. And then she became bewildered. Correct? And then Krishna covered again. Because he's Yogamaya, he covered again. Oh my son, I don't want to do anything else. How Krishna? Bewildering. Many times the word is used in the prayers of Kunti Devi, correct? I'm bewildered. How you acting like an ordinary child? How you getting tied by Yashoda? How, so many things. Inconceivable. Alright, so anything else? Huh? Oh, breakfast, alright. So stop here. Jai Tantrashma Bhagavan ki